What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. It's good to be back from vacation, and most of y'all didn't even know I was gone. But today, we're going to be breaking down the new map, Canyon, name leaked. We're going to be talking about the act dates, when the next act is starting, and are we going to be getting a new map at the start of Act 2, and a brand new feature that Riot is working on where you're going to be able to see the POV of pro players. It's actually freaking nuts, so let's break it all down. Now, starting off, let's talk about the dates. Remember, Act 1 has actually been extended 2 weeks, and competitive is following suit with that. This is because of several things. Riot took a huge break, which is just taking a little bit of the time off. Of course, they don't want to make sure to drop a giant patch right before the VCT LAN that is actually being hosted in Germany, and they want to make sure that all of the big types of patches that are going to fundamentally change the game happen afterwards, because they really want to keep pros and players on the same patch, which makes a lot of sense. So we're going to be getting a huge patch on September 8th, and they're going to be breaking down the exact times in the future. We'll be sure to do a video on that so you don't miss out. But speaking of missing out, go to the GameLeap website so you don't miss out on all the in-depth content we have to offer. But let's get back into the video. Now, of course, your immediate next question is, okay, what is going to be the big changes that are going to be at the start of Act 2? Well, we're going to break it all down, but before we do, let's talk about this brand new premium feature that Riot is actually rolling out that could just be really game-changing. So George G on Twitter actually tweeted this out stating, Riot Games is supposedly sending out surveys to some individuals regarding a subscription-based app service for their respective esports. Valorant will feature different POVs, changing co-streams, highlight reels, and more. Really interesting to see if Riot will implement this. Now, that's actually really cool, and we get to see some pictures of it here, some footage of it right here. I mean, just kind of some really bare bones of what it could look like, but honestly, it has crazy potential. One of the things that I loved so much about Overwatch League back when it was actually on freaking Twitch and they ruined it and they got rid of the feature is you could go to anyone's point of view and watch them. This means that if they had something like this in Valorant, you could be watching a pro match and simultaneously you could go only watch 10s, or you could only watch freaking Dapper just trolling the enemy, or whatever you main you could watch. You could watch the matchups between different types of roles. There's so many different cool things that you can watch, content that we could make. It is just really awesome if they would implement this feature. Now, of course, it's a subscription service, so they're probably going to be charging like $10 or $15 a month for something like this, but honestly, it's gonna be freaking worth it. I know it's gonna take a lot of like manpower to make this, and it's gonna take like just a lot of effort for them to do it. So of course they want something out of it, and if people like me are here, we're gonna be paying for it. I mean, it just seems like it's worth a ton of value to be able to see those breakdown and stats, not to mention changing co-streams and the highlight reel aspect. There's a lot to love, but I really want to know your opinion down below. Are you excited to see something like this in Valorant, or will you take it or leave it? Like, is it something that you'll actually buy? I really want to know your opinion about all that and why. Now, the last thing that we need to talk about is the brand new map. We did get a little bit of speculation that there will be a new map at the start of Act 2, and now Valorant Leaks has officially tweeted out its name, called Canyon, and it looks just like this. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a Valorant map, but honestly, it's going to be something that probably resembles like Grand Canyon. It's gonna be like an outdoor map, and there's gonna be probably really high and low grounds along the sides of a canyon. That makes the most sense if I'm being honest. Now, the fact that we get this leak right now around this time means that it's very likely that it's actually a map that's around the corner and not an agent. Now, there is still the possibility that it could be both, and if there is both, that would be freaking awesome. I mean, they did say it was going to be a banger of an Act 2, so I'm really holding them to that. I'm gonna roast them if it has freaking nothing again, and we get a couple of bug fixes, but if it's a banger, I'm gonna call it like it is, and yeah. I'm incredibly excited, and I think that this goes along with the theme that Riot is trying to push through, where they're really like playing around with the type of terrain and the type of weather, right? We've been on a beach, we've been in the snow, now we're gonna be in a canyon that's gonna be like really hot and dry. There's a lot of different potential. I would love to see, you know, even more environments, and I really want to hear your opinion. What do you want to see? Like, do you want to see a really windy map? Are there more effects you want them to ramp up on, or do you want them to just like bring it back to basics and maybe have a map like in a quote-unquote training facility that is really bare bones and plain? I want to know your opinion and why down below. And what map would you pull from any FPS or shooter at all and pull into Valorant? I want to know that. But go to the GameLeap website in the links down below for high quality in-depth guides, tips and tricks, VOD reviews. We got it on the GameLeap website, so you gotta go check it out right now. But thanks so much for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the video. Love your faces. See you next time.